We are on the play once again for the finals and looking at a hand without a 2-drop, but otherwise great. I'm not going to mulligan that. And probably we're going to cast this, this, and then this. Maybe draw a combo trick in the process. And that Herald is late to the party. We could have not cast it there because it's just a 4-drop. And I've actually seen an Is It Static caster in the draft, so that's going to make me not drop something else here. So just playing Centaur Healer would have probably been a better idea. Now this dictated our play. On the other hand, if we never draw a 4th land, then it's certainly better to have the Centaur in play now. And we might run into a Syncopate here, but we don't have a choice. And he did have the Staticaster, so on the play it was necessary to sacrifice the Herald. Now the Staticaster shouldn't even be a problem. It's still great against Wild Beastmaster, but we have so much stuff to do that it's not really a big deal. This is unfortunate because now he can ping both of them and maybe have a more profitable block with both of his 2/2s. But I was hoping to draw a land and just deal the most damage possible with the help of Justiciar. Or not. That's bad. But I'm still just going to swing. Getting these creatures off the board on his side is, whoa, quite valuable. I don't know what happened there. Is he killing me with some kind of crazy combo? Dino Charge? No. I have no clue why he didn't block. He had a great block there. He's down to 2 life. Maybe he doesn't realize that his Staticaster could have given him a very good block. It's possible. So now I could arrest something, but I can still do that next turn. Beastmaster doesn't look too promising, so just going to drop my 5/4. Yeah, that was a very confusing turn of events. I thought he would just go down to 8, but then he went down to 2 without a clear reason. Now can arrest this one and force him to block again. He has to jump at least one of my creatures, and well, then he concedes. Good. It looks like we're looking at a nice Is It deck here. We have to be aware of the Staticaster, Essence Backlash, and at least 2 Stealers, so that's something to consider. We have the Centaur's Herald and the Beastmaster. Also Ice in the Skies is kind of bad against Staticaster. The rest of our deck is quite good against it. Also a Brush Strider, so it's pretty unlikely that we can just play without 1 toughness creatures, but maybe we can play only the ones that matter the most. I feel like Avenging Arrow is a nice card that we might want to have, and I'm going to try to get some of our 1 toughness guys out of the deck. Beastmaster is the worst of them. Rush Strider at least comes down on turn 2 and does something. Beastmaster takes so much time to actually do something that I don't feel it's worth it. Security Blockade is very good. Any blocker against his Stealer of Secrets should be good. Aerial Predation is also coming in. So the thing is, I really like Eyes in the Skies. I think it's an incredible card. And that's something where I'm not happy to take it out. However, it might be necessary, and we can just win with our 3/3s and Sunspire Griffins. It's not a card we need to win. So let's see what happens if we just play an Avenging Arrow instead. Yeah, I kind of like that. Just not give him any good targets. And we don't make our deck that much worse by doing so. Still keeping all of our main plan intact. Also, I don't really see how he's going to beat us down, bearing some really good spells on his part. Swift Justice would have been incredible in all these games as well, so I think it's better than relying on a 7-drop here. Our opponent chose to play first, is keeping his hand, and we are as well. We have the Pegasus and the Centaur Healer with 2 of our sideboard cards. The Avenging Arrow doesn't have to be that great necessarily, but I still like this hand. Especially we have a hand that should prove very good against his Stealer of Secrets. If he has any. I'm going to hold back with the Pegasus as well. The 1 damage isn't worth risking him drawing an additional card with a Detain Spell or something else. With the Savage Surge, it seems like attacking with Centaur Healer is only a natural thing to do, and then we have Savage Surge, Avenging Arrow, and Aerial Predation all available. To play at end of turn. Discards a Fairy Imposter and plays an island instead. That's interesting. Let's get rid of that Stealer so that we don't have to worry about it. Syncopate? Yeah, I could have played around Syncopate by responding to the trigger, but I don't even feel like that's a bad trade for me. I actually think it's much better than some other stuff that could have happened, so. I'm going to try to ambush him here. In the worst case I lose my Centaur Healer, but that also takes away one of his good spells and makes sure that my Golgari Longlegs and Curses Accord are going to be more effective. At least that's the plan. Concordia Pegasus certainly getting the MVP award this game. Best 2-drop possible. So if we aerial predation the hover barrier, we could attack for 5. Alternatively, we just drop the healer. That doesn't do much, to be honest. But I would love to have to reach 6 mana first. And that way we also have all of our creatures in play in case of Essence Backlash. Knightly Valor is something I have to try. If this resolves, the Longlegs are just going to be more or less unstoppable. I'll take the 3-for-1 trade. Now we're still missing that land, but we could start attacking for some damage. Just going to play this so that I can start preventing damage to myself. And I don't see a reason not to. Oh wait. Yeah, I shouldn't attack here because he has 6 mana and he's playing the 3-4 flash guy. Which also means that I should have left open mana for aerial predation. But I caught it, so it's not the worst. I'm still preventing one with the help of security blockade, so it's possible that he can't even attack here. Or, well, I think it's very likely that he can't even attack here because of my hand. But he doesn't know that. If he doesn't have a good trick here, the attack with the Predator costs him quite a bit of life in this race. So we see another Annihilating Fire, which is fine. I'm going to prevent one to me. And now we can try to aerial predation the Skyline Predator in his upkeep. He's being pretty aggressive, so I should probably start to be more defensive. But the security blockade also helps quite a bit. I'm putting him on Essence Backlash here, so I'm not going to cast any creature spell this turn. I would love to get in for more damage, but I need to see what his next creature spell is to figure out what I need to arrest. It's very possible that it's not the hover barrier, so let's see if he counters that. No. And he just scooped, so his hand was probably pretty bad. We would have gotten another 3-3 and we still had a great hand to do whatever we wanted, basically. And, well, that's my experience with Return to Ravnica. Drafting any guild is fine, but drafting Selesnya wins you the drafts the most of the times. So, hope you're enjoying this series. As always, I'm Simon Götzen, recording Simon Says for MTGOacademy.com. See you next time.